have both confused and bewildered me. How many have had this effect? Well, Bob, you're pre-confused. So, what's really going on? What are they trying to tell us? And why must they make it so confusing and sound so scary? Homer was very concerned that writing would reduce human memory. It did. We're probably less able to remember 4,000 paragraph poems than he was. On the other hand, the amount of knowledge expanded exponentially, and then exponentially again. The printing press was going to destroy the world. It did. It destroyed that world. But how many people here want to go back and be an illiterate peasant? Oh, one volunteer. Steam engine was so powerful that vehicles powered by it were going to pull the air out of your lungs and fling your vital organs out the side. It didn't. Comic books, pinball, video games, the telephone, each were going to destroy the youth. The youth just keeps being destroyed. AI, artificial intelligence. We got the artificial part down pretty good. The intelligence part is complete baloney so far. We don't even have a functioning definition of intelligence, much less any form of artificial intelligence. OpenAI was originally a nonprofit, ethics-based attempt to control what was going to happen with artificial intelligence. It unfortunately has once again been kidnapped and run off by money. Their product, code word, GPT, stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Just rolls off the tongue. Clearly, marketing has not gotten involved yet. Third version is what the 3 is telling us, which means there's a 4th one coming, okay? Because the first 2 didn't work. They have put an open beta into the public that allows any of us to sign on and mess with it. I recommend that you do just that. What we have today is called machine learning. And sure enough, that part works. GPT, the generative part, runs on the Azure platform. Owned by Microsoft, it's one of the 5 most powerful supercomputers today. It's about $780 million worth of stuff. Sits in a secret room somewhere, or maybe a couple of rooms somewhere. It involves 178 billion parameters. About 800 gigabytes of original material went into it, fed it basically to start. What it does is it statistically predicts what's the next best word to say. That's it. What's the next best word to say? That's the whole magic if you tear the box open. It does a really good job of that. If you've tried it or you've read some of the output, it can write a marvelous paragraph. It will absolutely stun you by what it can do. It will also lie to you, contradict itself, and fail completely. Just depends on what you ask it to do. I was reading an article today where it was writing someone's yoga practice for them, and it apparently did a nice job. Okay, so if my job was to write yoga plans, I'd be in trouble. Except you'd really like kind of a yoga teacher to be involved and maybe someone to lead the class. So it's unlikely that it wipes out all of yoga. The people who are frightened are hack writers and editors. That's why we're seeing all of these articles over and over again. Oh, it's going to ruin this, it's going to ruin that. But the reality is, very small segment of the population is really going to be affected. Good news. What humans do well, in each of the cases I had before, was adapt. That's practically the definition of human being. We adapt to change. Bad news. Change rate is accelerating. You are going to have to adapt. Things are coming down the pike fast. You better get ready for it. Fear, not a useful response. Go in, try the tools, see what you think. Can this be useful? This is not useful. This is silly. They're all probably true. Ugly. There is at this point nobody representing your interest in this area. We've got the Department of Defense, not really in your interest. The Chinese national government, not in your interest. Google, they're going to use it to sell you ads, period. That's their goal. That's their whole business model. Microsoft, yeah, they'll bundle it into their products. But again, they'd like to sell you something. The ethics of it have once again faded away. In fact, the founder of OpenAI went from it's a not-profit to it's about to be a public company and it's worth billions of dollars. They just got another 10 billion from Microsoft. So my suggestion, spend some time, try the tools out. Be very cautious. If you're trying it on your phone, make sure you go to the website for OpenAI. Do not buy one of the apps. They will charge you money for what is a free service. If you're interested in art, try the generative art tools. They're excellent and very interesting. Are they going to replace art? No, we're still going to create. We may just be using different mediums. Most importantly, and what I'm going to leave you with as lights are blinking away at me, if you are not paying for something, you are the product. So make sure you're aware of what's really going on, and the light is blinking more. Thank you.